All right, listen up. Your exam is tomorrow. Time is running out, and we've got to be smart about this. We're talking about the one section that can seriously make or break your score. So forget everything else. Right now, we are laser focused on one thing, locking in those final 20 marks in map work. Let's do this.
20 marks, and they're compulsory. You can't skip them, there's no choice. That's a massive chunk of your paper, and you know what? It's the very first thing the examiner's going to see. These aren't just marks we're hoping for. Oh no. These are the marks we're absolutely locking down starting right now.
Part I is completely non-negotiable. It's just you against the map, and it's a battle you have to win. This isn't just about scoring points, it's about kicking off your exam with a shot of pure confidence. So think of it like a mission. Our mission is to conquer this thing.
And to conquer it, you absolutely need a strategy. We're not just going to wander in blind. We're using a super simple but really powerful game plan. Divide and conquer. We're going to break down those 20 marks into two very clear, very manageable missions.
Okay, so mission 1, we are going to crack the code of the topographical survey sheet. Then mission 2, we're going to master the logic behind the map of India. See? By tackling these two questions systematically, one after the other, we turn all that exam pressure into guaranteed points. It's really that simple.
All right, mission 1 starts right now. Cracking the topo sheet begins with the most fundamental skill there is, finding locations using grid references. You get this right, and you're already halfway home. This is where so many students lose easy marks, but not you. Not today.
You need to memorize this. I mean, burn it into your brain. The golden rule is absolutely non-negotiable. Eastings first, then Northings. The easiest way to remember it? You have to walk along the corridor before you can go up the stairs. Eastings are the vertical lines. Their numbers go up as you move east, to the right. Northings are the horizontal lines, the steps on the ladder, and their numbers go up as you move north. Always, always, always. Eastings, then Northings.
So, let's put this into practice. We're going to use what I call the think aloud method. Okay, so imagine the question asks for the 4-figure reference for a square with a temple in it. First thing I do, I run my finger along the bottom of the map to find the vertical easting line that's just to the left of my square. Let's say it's 04. I write that down. Now, I run my finger up the side of the map to find the horizontal northing line that's just below my square. Okay, let's say it's 42. Put them together, the 4-figure reference is 0442. Locked in.
Now for the 6-figure, we just zoom in. It's a hack, really. I've got my square, right? 0442. Now just imagine a tiny little 10 by 10 grid inside that square. I look at my temple symbol. It's about 3/10 of the way across, and maybe 3/10 of the way up from the bottom. So I take that first 3 and slot it right into my easting. 04 becomes 043. Then I take the other 3 and slot it into my northing. 42 becomes 42-3. You put it all together, 043-423. Final answer, done. See? That's how you nail these marks.
But listen, grid references are just the start. They only tell you where something is. Now, we're going to learn how to read the story the map is telling us about what is actually there. This is all about interpreting the physical landscape.
Okay, here's the fastest exam hack for reading a topo sheet. Contours. It is so simple. If the contour lines are packed super close together, it is a steep slope. Think of a cliff. If the lines are spread far apart, it's a gentle slope, easy to walk on. And if you see no contour lines at all, well, the land is flat. That's it. Close means steep, far means gentle, none means flat. Say it with me. Close, steep, far, gentle, none, flat.
Next up, drainage patterns. Don't waste time memorizing long definitions. Just recognize the shape. If the rivers kind of look like the branches of a tree all spreading out, that's dendritic. You'll usually find that in flat areas. If you see rivers flowing out from one central high point, like the spokes of a bicycle wheel, that's radial. And if you see smaller streams joining the main river at almost perfect 90-degree angles, creating a kind of rectangular pattern, that's trellised. Just match the picture to the name. Simple.
Mission 1, done. Now for mission 2, the map of India. And let me tell you the biggest mistake everyone makes here. They try to just memorize hundreds of dots on a map. It's slow, it's boring, and it's super unreliable under pressure. We're going to be smarter. We're going to understand the why behind the where. We're going to use logic.
I mean, just look at this map for a second. It's not just a random collection of places. Every single mountain, every river, every city, every industrial belt, it's all there for a reason. Geography is basically a chain of logic. And once you start to see the connections, believe me, the map practically fills itself in.
Let's build one of those logic chains right now. Step 1 is always resources. So take the Chotanagpur Plateau region. What do we know about it? Well, this area is like a treasure chest of minerals. It's packed with huge reserves of iron ore and coal. This is our foundation. This is where it all starts.
So, step 2, industry. You've got all this iron ore and coal on the Chotanagpur Plateau, so what do you do with it? You build your factories right there on top of it. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense to haul all those heavy, raw materials hundreds of kilometers away, right? The resources attract the industry, and that's exactly why this region is the heart of India's heavy metallurgical industries.
And finally, step 3, trade. So you've mined the resources, you've made the steel, now what? You gotta sell it. You gotta export it. So naturally you need a major port somewhere close by on the coast. And that is why a port like Visakhapatnam is so critical. It's the gateway for this whole industrial belt to the rest of the world. And there you have it. Resources lead to industry, which leads to trade. That's the logic chain.
Okay, so you've got the core strategies down. But hold on. The game has changed a little bit. Let's switch gears to an intelligence briefing. The examiners have some new tricks up their sleeves, and you need to be ready to dodge these traps.
You absolutely have to listen to this. The latest specimen papers are showing a really clear shift. It's not just about remembering facts anymore. No. The 2026 paper is designed to test how you analyze and apply what you know. So the old way, just memorizing stuff, not going to cut it anymore.
Here's the change you need to watch out for. The old type of question was easy. Find the post office and give me its grid reference. Simple. The new question is reversed. They give you the grid reference, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they ask you to identify the symbol that's located there. See what they did? They're testing 2 skills at once, your ability to find a 6-figure point and your knowledge of conventional symbols. It's tricky.
So what's the takeaway here? You cannot afford to be even a little bit fuzzy on your symbols. You have to be able to instantly recognize the symbols for a post office, a temple, a fort, a surveyed tree, you name it. So tonight, do a quick final review of that symbol chart. It's absolutely critical now for these new analysis questions.
Here's another trap, this time on the India map. They might not give you the direct names. Instead, they'll use common geographical nicknames. For instance, they might ask you to mark the river known as the Sorrow of Bengal, not the Damodar River, or the hills popularly called Blue Mountains instead of the Nilgiri Hills. You have got to know these indirect names.
Okay, deep breath. Here is your final rapid-fire checklist. Let's go. 1. Easting first, then northing. 2. Closed contours mean a steep slope. 3. Remember the logic chain. Resources, industry, trade. 4. Be ready for those reversed topo questions that test symbols. And 5. Know your indirect geographical names. Got it?
You now have the strategy. You have the hacks, and you have the intel on the latest exam traps. You have a crystal clear game plan. This isn't about hoping for the best anymore. This is about execution. I want you to walk into that exam hall tomorrow, open up part I, and just execute the plan. You are ready. Now go lock in those 20 marks.